Soul Garden.
Hello my fellow soul gardeners, it's that time of year, the year of giving, the time of year where we give to others. And I'm giving you something. If you buy a 60-minute reading, I will give you a free 30-minute follow-up in 2012. That's my holiday gift to you. If you want to know more, come to soulmart.me. Hello Officer Scorpio, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. My name is Christopher Witecki. Well, we're on the bumpy road of the planetary shifts. So much going on. It has been, indeed, a long 2011. It's not just you. Planets do agree. And the Scorpio race this month, if you're just tuning in, I'll fill you in, is working on their soul capital. Your state of awareness. We have 12 states of awareness that make up what we call reality, our soul. 12 different states, they're all alive, they all have their own agendas, and this is the craziness that goes on in our heads, right? These different parts of ourselves. I want to, but I love them, but I don't. Well, you're working on the state of awareness that develops soul capital, which is what you value, and value turns into manifestation. It's a very important part of our core consciousness. And when we join now, here on Monday, it's a point to commit. We're at a point for Scorpios to commit this week to what you are worth. And that boils down to lots of things, right? Saying I'm worth this much and I'm always going to be treated this way, well, that means every time someone doesn't try to treat you that way, I mean, there are lessons that go beyond you committing. But the commitment is putting a line in the sand, telling the universe, this is it, let's manifest this way. And this is an area that Scorpios deserve. We all worked on this, we all deserve this. Pluto went through this space a long time ago. We're just really activating it now because it's time. So, three themes I want to point out. One is, of course, raising soul capital, and then we go into Capricorn. Another theme you should be aware of is Mars and Virgo. Mars is a subplot going on, a strong one. It's Martian aggressive energy. It's in Virgo, which is a very clean energy. It was cleaned out by Saturn a few years ago. And so this is definitely the path God universe wants us. What is it? Virgo, healing. So time to move forward with Virgo, despite where our capital awareness is focused on. In your case, money right now. But what's Virgo mean ultimately for you? Well, it is where you belong in the world. Okay, you have been moving forward for a long time to reach a social status, to be what you want to be, to specialize the way you want to specialize. Most importantly, the lesson of this is to surrender to your uniqueness. You should not have to sacrifice any of your uniqueness. You should be able to find your place in the world. And if you are ridiculously unique, just hang out, people will find you. So it's time to keep moving forward that social status, regardless of money, regardless of the next transit. The other transit, of course, is Saturn in Libra. This has been the one clearing out the weeds, facing the demons, the childhood issues, the fears, the past life stuff, if you're so evolved to process that. And Saturn this week is saying, hey, it's not a question of faith anymore. It's not a question of knowing anymore. It's a question of, are you going to do it? Are you going to act? So Saturn putting some pressure in the background to not fall into those traps, not do the old stuff, play the old boogie game stuff. That day is over. So no boogeymen, and move forward with your place in society. Now, where does that bring us? Well, raising prices. So on Monday, we are acting on raising our prices. You want to go ahead, go for the job on Monday, put the bid in, declare it, raise your prices on your website, whatever. Put it into action, raise the price, make it official, at least in writing. All right, now interestingly enough, the moon is in Libra on Monday, and it's creeping up to Saturn. So while you're sitting there saying, I want to be worth this, the moon is tickling your old fears, tickling your old stuff in the subconscious. So it really is kind of a test to stand tall in this moment. You might feel a little weak, but just stand tall. Saturn in that space does give you the strength if you just do it. All right. Then Tuesday, we are holding space. Tuesday is a Taurus ruled manifestation day. We're holding space. You're holding space where that value is. The moon is still in the subconscious on Tuesday, so you're probably kind of detached. I would say Tuesday is going to be a flat day. Wednesday, things heat up one more time. The moon, fortunately, comes into Scorpio. So now you are perked up. You faced your fears, hopefully, when the moon was in Saturn. And now you have your ego and your emotions working on the same team. So on Wednesday, it is the test. It is the test day. Everyone will be tested. In other words, can you hold this value consciousness? Maybe someone comes back and tries to bid you down. You're like, oh, we can't pay this, and tries to bid you down. Good for you, you got your moon in your sign that day, so out of all the signs, you are the most poised and ready to win that battle. You certainly deserve it. So on Wednesday, if you get challenged, hold your ground, Scorpio. Hold your ground. Thursday, get things get kind of goofy because the sun moves into Capricorn, 0 degrees Capricorn. I always say 0 means 0. And the moon will be crossing Mercury in Sag. Well, what is this? Mercury, the moon coming in with Mercury crossing Sag. This is the emotional follow-through of the whole soul capital raise your prices lesson. So even though we're moving on to Capricorn, we have the emotional follow-through that's going on. So that happens on Thursday and Friday. Also Mercury way back there trying to catch up from the retrograde as well. So thoughts, emotions, clarity, etc. By Friday, ba-bing, sun is 1 degree. The moon is, where is the moon on Friday? Has the moon in Capricorn? No, it's still hanging out there. And what you're doing is starting to live the next transit. Well, what is the next transit? For the next 30 days, Scorpios are going to really go deep inside their thinking processes. They're going to look at some attitudes. They're going to uncover some subconscious decision making that their mind happens to do without them realizing it. We're going to reprogram your intellectual state of awareness, which is not a full reprogram. It takes a long time, but a big, deep one this particular year. Now, things won't heat up with that until the day after Christmas, so don't worry about it. In fact, on Saturday, it's light cast day. The moon and the sun come together. You might get very emotional or very heated about something. You might, end up in a fight, frankly, the day before Christmas. That's possible, but recognize what's beneath that are your intellectual habits. Okay, and how emotions can maybe throw you one way or another. So whatever happens Saturday, we'll be texting heavily in the G agency, so you're kind of in alignment with it and keeping you poised up. Just take notes. Come Sunday, Christmas, actually, thank God, universe, everything gets real quiet all of a sudden. The moon's in late Capricorn and the sun is ruled by Jupiter. So Sunday will be a jolly day. In fact, things don't start to get cloudy again until the day after Christmas. But don't worry, I'll be here for that. And Scorpio, I do have a shameless plug, I must admit. I'm going to be a guest on Tuesday of a radio show that focuses on love and helping people find love, which is awesome because that is the secret agenda of Soul Garden as well. It is called Finding Cupid, okay? FindingCupid.com. It's finding-cupid.com. I'm on at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll text everyone and tell all of you that are registered with us. But if you want to hear me in action live or call in, come on down. Could be fun, Scorpio, if you are bold enough to hear the truth. Haha, that was a tease to the Scorps. All right, y'all. I'll see you in 7 days. Good luck with the transition. Until then, with love be.